Once upon a time, in a faraway land, lived a miller who had 3 boys. Before the miller passed away, he divided his possessions among the boys. The oldest son inherited the mill, the middle son the donkey, and the youngest inherited his cat.
Oh!
The small son was very upset at this.
The cat is no use to me. What can I do with him?
Don't be upset. One day you'll understand why I've done this. He's a very clever cat.
Not long after that, the miller passed away, and the 3 brothers received their father's inheritance. The younger son didn't even look at his cat. The cat got very upset when he saw his new master treated him with disdain.
In no time you realize that you received the best inheritance. I will prove it to you. Give me an empty sack, a hat, and a pair of boots.
The youngest brother was very surprised when he heard the cat talk. Since he was incredibly curious, he honored the cat's odd request. The cat set to work right away. He put the hat on his head and wore the boots. He stood in front of the mirror and admired himself.
How wonderful this hat and these boots are. They go well with my long yellow fur and my amazing green eyes. I look just like royalty.
He set to work immediately. He packed fresh lettuce and carrots in a sack and headed to the forest. When he got there, he opened the sack and hid behind a tree. After a short time, a hungry rabbit that was hopping by sniffed the food and went inside the sack. The cat immediately grabbed the sack and held it shut as he ran straight to the palace. There were guards at the entrance of the palace.
Stop right here! Who are you? You cannot enter here.
I'm the servant of Lord Carabas. I need to see the king. I have brought a gift for the king from my majesty.
It wasn't hard to convince the guards to let him in with his shiny boots and stylish hat. They took him before the king. Puss in Boots bowed his head before the king. He then took the rabbit out of the sack.
Your Majesty, I brought you a gift from Lord Carabas, with my respects.
Oh, a rabbit. Thank you very much. You can let your master know that I accept his gift.
Over time, Puss in Boots gave the king many different gifts on behalf of Lord Carabas. The king was intrigued and requested to meet this lord, who had offered him so many gifts. One day, the king, queen and their princess daughter, accompanied by Puss in Boots, set out on the road towards the lord's castle. Taking advantage of this opportunity, Puss in Boots ran ahead of them and went to his master to give him some instructions.
Our king is definitely going to pass by the river. Go to the river and pretend that you're drowning. Shout for help as we pass by. I'm going to hide your clothes too. What are you planning? What use is all of this to us? Don't be afraid. Just do what I say.
The confused young boy went to the river as the cat instructed and waited for them to arrive. There were a lot of farmers on sides of the road that led to the lord's castle.
The king will pass by here shortly. If he asks who this farm and land belong to, say that they belong to Lord Carabas. Understood? If you don't, the king will get very angry and punish you.
Of course, sir. Whatever you wish.
Puss in Boots warned all the farmers he encountered on the road. After doing so, Puss in Boots finally arrived at the castle where a mean giant with magical powers lived. Puss in Boots knocked on his door.
Who is that? Who dares to disturb me?
I'm the servant of Lord Carabas. My lord and the king will soon arrive at your castle. I'd like to go in so I can rest a little if you don't mind. Will you let me inside?
Okay, come on in.
Once inside, the cat started chatting with the giant.
I've heard that you have magical powers, but I don't believe it. Apparently, you can turn into any animal. Is this true?
Of course I can. Why wouldn't you believe it?
For instance, can he turn into a lion?
That's easy. Rawr. There you go. I'm a lion now.
The cat, scared out of his wits, jumped on top of a cupboard.
Okay, wonderful. That was easy. But can you turn into a mouse?
Nothing to it.
What?
The giant turned into a tiny mouse. Puss in Boots caught him immediately and placed him in a small box. He returned to the forest to set the mouse free and headed towards the king.
Welcome, Puss in Boots. Perfect timing. Let's head off.
Just as the king's horse-drawn carriage passed the river, they heard someone shouting.
Help! Help! Help me! Soldiers, go help him! Someone's drowning in the river.
The soldiers ran towards the young boy and fished him out of the water. The boy explained some thieves had stolen his clothes. The soldiers then got some fine clothes from the carriage and dressed him up.
Your Majesty, may I present my master, Lord Carabas? I owe you my life, Your Majesty.
Though the smallest brother didn't understand what was going on, he went along with Puss in Boots.
Here's my beautiful wife, the Queen, and my beloved daughter, the Princess.
Enchanted to meet you, Your Majesty.
Come now, let's go to the castle.
The youngest brother and the princess fell in love at first sight. The princess was a beautiful girl, and the youngest brother, who was pretending to be Lord Carabas, was very handsome. As they continued on the road, the king asked the farmers he came across,
Oh, whose land is this?
Lord Carabas, my king!
Lord Carabas, my king.
Lord Carabas, my king.
Lord Carabas, my king!
The king was very pleased with everything he saw.
Young lord, it seems that you are very powerful and loved around here.
Puss in Boots' plan worked out perfectly. When they arrived at the castle, they treated themselves to a wonderful feast. By evening, the youngest brother had become Lord Carabas and had asked the king for his daughter's hand in marriage.
I would like my daughter to have a powerful, wealthy, clever and respectable husband like you. If my daughter accepts, you may have her hand in marriage.
Not long after that, the princess and Lord Carabas got married. They lived happily ever after in their castle. Puss in Boots never left their side.
Oh, Father, now I know what you meant.
Once upon a time, Rapunzel lived happily in the palace, where she spent her time with her unicorn.
Dear Unicorn, I think it's time to choose a name for you.
Yes, that would be lovely. Do you have a name in mind for me?
You saved me from the witch. So how about Hero? What do you think?
I think it suits me. I really like the name.
The weather is beautiful today. How about a little ride, Hero?
Great idea, Princess. Let's go.
So Rapunzel and Hero went for a ride in the lush countryside.
It's so beautiful. Can you smell the spring flowers?
Yes, but I see some clouds rolling in. It might rain.
Indeed, it started to rain. But this did not spoil Rapunzel's good spirits.
Let it be. It's also nice to get wet in the spring rain.
Then the rain stopped and the sun came out again. Rapunzel was amazed at what she saw.
Do you see that, Hero? What a gorgeous rainbow!
Yes, it's really beautiful.
Oh, I wish I could pass under it.
We can try. Hold on tight.
Hero galloped with Rapunzel on her back. They managed to pass under the rainbow. And suddenly, they found themselves in a different world.
Wow! What is this place? Where are we?
This must be the elves' rainbow land. I've heard their stories from my great ancestors.
But why does everyone here look unhappy?
Some of them are even crying. I don't get it.
Let's ask this old man. Excuse me, could you tell us why everyone is so sad in your village? That is so sad.
We can't be happy anymore. You don't want to know what happened to us.
The old man explained that the witch of the dark land had cast a spell and turned their princess into an ivy. If they don't break the spell, the princess will have to be an ivy forever.
That's why everyone in the village is so sad.
I'm so sorry to hear that. Where's your princess? Maybe we can help.
Come with me.
Oracle took Rapunzel and Hero to the ivy on the side of the house.
Here is our princess. Her name is Crying Ivy, as her tears never stop.
Have you ever asked or researched if there's a way to fix it?
The old man explained that in order to break the spell, it was necessary to take the witch's magic orb.
If the light of the sphere is reflected on the ivy, only then will the spell be broken and our princess will be back to normal.
Hero, how about we go together and get that magic orb and bring it back to the village?
Yes, let's do it. I can't take the witch's wickedness anymore.
The old man got happy when he heard this.
I think I'll come with you. I have some magic to protect you against the witch's spells.
Are you a magician?
I am an oracle. I know some magic. But I can't deal with the witch alone because I'm old.
Let's go then.
They rode on Hero's back and set out for the witch's castle. But they were unaware that a pair of evil eyes was watching them.
How dare these goons enter my dark country?
When they arrived at the castle, Oracle handed a mirror to Rapunzel.
This mirror is magical, and it'll protect you against the witch's spells.
Hero, you wait for us here.
Be careful, Rapunzel.
You entered my castle, huh? If that's the way you want to play, then let's see.
Bats!
This is the witch's welcome, but these bats won't like this powder at all. We must go to the castle tower. The magic orb is there.
Let's go.
Rapunzel and Oracle headed for the stone steps.
So you're trying to get my magic orb? Come on and let me see.
Oracle, be careful! I got you. Let's try. Ugh!
Thanks, brave girl.
This time, the witch appeared before Rapunzel and suddenly turned into a fire-breathing dragon.
I will scorch you good.
Use the mirror.
No! I'm burning!
Run fast. The magic orb. There it is.
Rapunzel immediately ran and took the magic orb.
It's done. Now we can go.
She and Oracle descended quickly into the courtyard and mounted on Hero's back, who was waiting for them.
So you got the orb. That's great.
Let's get out of here now.
You can't go anywhere. Come here.
Let go of me! Help!
You asked for it, Wicked Witch. Take this.
Come on, Hero. Get us out of here.
You'll see. Don't run. I will destroy you.
While the witch was shouting at them, our heroes managed to escape and return to the elves' village with the magic orb.
Now we can turn the princess back to normal. Yes, it's working!
As the weeping ivy slowly turns into a beautiful princess, something unexpected happened.
The magic sphere shattered.
The witch will no longer be able to cast spells.
Our princess is back. Hooray!
Look, Hero. The princess is as beautiful as a fairy.
Elves joyfully surrounded their princess.
Long live our princess! Hooray!
Without you, we would never have gotten our princess back. We are grateful to you.
Oracle told the princess what had happened. The elf princess also thanked Rapunzel and Hero.
We're so glad you broke the witch's spell. We're happy to have met you. Goodbye.
And so Rapunzel and Hero set off for their home, happy to have saved the princess.
It was a very cold and snowy New Year's Eve. Everyone on the street was in a rush to get somewhere. Some to their families and some to their warm homes. They were all wearing thick coats with scarves and gloves to stay warm in the freezing weather. On the corner of a street there was a little girl. Her dress was tattered and she was not wearing a coat, a scarf or gloves. In this bitter cold weather, the girl was shivering, taking little steps, trying to walk in the unsuitable slippers she had on. She was shy and somewhat thin, but still very beautiful. She carried a vending tray with a strap around her neck with many matchboxes in it. She was the match girl that always tried to sell matches on the street. On that freezing snowy night, while the little girl was struggling to walk, her slippers suddenly tore. She started crying and her tears blended with the snow.
What am I gonna do now? How am I gonna manage walking barefoot in the snow now?
Hopeless, she continued walking. She was now a barefooted match girl. She couldn't go home without having sold any matches.
I have matches! Matches! Would you like to buy some?
She sought shelter in a corner, sitting on the ground with her feet under her dress.
Doesn't anyone want to buy matches?
Her voice was barely audible, and she still hadn't sold a single matchbox.
Dear God, please let me sell these. I need to bring money to buy soup for Mother and medicine for Grandma.
The wind blew snow that covered her hair and got into her eyes. She was now freezing in that corner.
I have some matches.
There were only a few people passing by because it was really late. The match girl continued to shout, but her voice was weak.
Matches. I have some matches. Matches.
Her frozen fingers started to hurt.
If I could warm up a little bit, maybe I can stay a little longer. I'll light a match to warm up.
Her cold hands were not even able to hold the matchbox. She managed to light up a match. The small flame coming from the match was so warm that it felt really nice in her frozen fingers. She felt better having the warmth of that small flame. She closed her eyes and started dreaming.
Now I'm in a warm room. I'm warming up my hands and feet next to a stove. I also have a nice thick shawl over my shoulders.
The little flame coming from the match had made her dream. But when the flame from the match was put out, she was cold again. So she immediately lit another match. She thought that this was a good game to play. This time, she dreamed that it was a nice spring day and she was lying over daisies and making a crown out of them. The sun was so bright in the sky, warming her.
Let me gather some more to take home.
When she saw herself gathering daisies, the match was out again. She then lit another one, and one more, and one more. There was no limit to beautiful dreams.
And now I see a wonderful dinner table in front of me with so many different types of food. Oh, I'm so hungry. First I'll have some soup, some chicken too, and chocolate. Oh, and there's some bread too.
She was both dreaming and pretending as if she was eating the food. She had lit so many matches, and the snow had finally stopped falling. The stars in the sky shone brightly. She looked up, and a shooting star crossed over the sky. So she made a wish, as her grandmother had told her. If you ever see a shooting star, your wish will come true.
Dear God, may all my wishes come true.
Snuggled well in the corner, she fell asleep. But actually, her body had froze. The match girl opened her eyes in a warm and soft bed. The stove was burning.
Good morning, little girl. How are you?
A sweet old lady was looking at her from across, so she straightened up and sat in the bed.
Good morning. Am I dreaming? Is this real? Who are you? Where am I?
I saw you around the corner last night when I was driving home. A woman was crying next to you. So I went up to her and she told me she was your mother. Then we came together to my house.
My mother? Oh, I guess she got worried and came looking for me since it was very late.
We brought you here to my house. Your little body had frozen. I had to call a doctor in. Thank goodness I was not too late.
Thank you so much, madam. But where's my mother?
I have a wonderful surprise for you. Your mother and grandmother will be here in a little while.
Oh my, I'm so happy.
Me too, little girl. My house is so big and I'm really lonely. I talked it over with your mother. You will live with me from now on. Your mother will help me with the housework, and your grandmother and I will be friends and spend some time together.
Grandma was right. The wishes we make when we see a shooting star do come true.
You're a very good girl. Last night you struggled and went through a difficult time in order to bring some money home. You didn't give up. People should persevere in the face of difficulties and always be hopeful.
Grandma always says that life is full of surprises.
Of course, you will start school right away. You deserve to be happy.
I guess there are still very nice people in this world.
After that day, the match girl was never ever cold and lived a happy life. Once upon a time, there lived a girl named Dorothy who lived with her Uncle Henry and Auntie Em in Kansas. Their house was very small. They lived together in a cottage in the countryside. Dorothy loved to run and play in the fields with her dog Coco. One day, as she was playing outside, the sky darkened and a storm began to brew. In a panic, her aunt and uncle started closing the windows while calling out to Dorothy.
Dorothy, quick, to the shelter!
Hurry! A tornado is approaching! Dorothy and Coco ran home. But just before they reached the shelter, the tornado started spinning and spinning the little cottage and blew it away from its foundations. Coco and Dorothy were whirling with the house. Dorothy held on to her little dog tightly, waiting for the tornado to end. Oh, don't be scared, Coco. It'll be over soon. Finally, the house landed somewhere with a big thud. After the storm, when everything had calmed down, Dorothy and Coco got out of the house. They couldn't believe their eyes. They were in a totally different place. Everywhere was filled with sparkling and colourful flowers. Suddenly, several tiny fairies rushed out from among the flowers and greeted them. In front of them all was the Fairy Queen. Welcome, Dorothy. I'm the Good Fairy of the North. I've come here with my protective fairies to congratulate you. Hello, Queen of the Fairies. I'm very pleased to meet you, but I don't understand why you are congratulating me. With the great tornado that brought your house here with you, you blew the Wicked Witch of the West far, far away. You saved the country from a huge danger. Oh, really? Thank you very much, Madame. At least there was a benefit to my house blowing away. Look here, Dorothy. These are the shoes that the Wicked Witch of the West has always wanted. She had just gotten a hold of them, but she must have dropped them as she flew away. Wear these shoes right away. You will need them in the future. Not understanding why, Dorothy took off her shoes and wore the new pair right away. My dear fairy, how will I return home? Can you help me, please? I'm sorry, but only the Wizard of Oz can help you, Dorothy. You must go to the city where he lives. For this, you must follow this path that you see and go straight past the forest. Once you arrive to the city, you will see the palace before you. Goodbye. Suddenly, all the fairies lit up brightly and flew away. Dorothy and Coco started walking down the path that the fairies had mentioned. Not before long, they arrived at a field. It was a golden field of wheat. Suddenly, they heard a sound.
Hey, beautiful girl, please help me.
Dorothy turned and looked behind her. There was a scarecrow standing and waiting there. He was tied to a post trying to free himself. Upon seeing the talking scarecrow, Dorothy ran right up to him surprised.
Please save me from this post. I want to be free. If only I had a brain, maybe I would find a way to escape.
We're going to the Wizard of Oz to ask him to help us get home. If you join me and Coco, maybe you can ask him for a brain.
That's a wonderful idea. Of course I'd love to. Go on then, me from this post so we can continue on our way.
Dorothy saved the scarecrow from the post at once. Now the three of them started their journey together. Finally, they arrived at the forest. Propped up against a tree by the side of the road, they saw a tin man. He was busy oiling his screws and was whistling away.
Hello, little girl and friends. Where are you headed?
Dorothy told him everything that had happened.
Let me come with you. Maybe he'll give me a heart.
Why not? Of course you can come. Together, they walked a long way. It was getting very dark. It became pitch black. Dorothy noticed a pair of glowing eyes behind a tree. Hey, who are you? Come out!
Be careful, Dorothy. What are you doing? What if it's a monster?
It's not. Don't worry. Hey, you! Come out, I said! All of a sudden, a lion slowly came out from behind the tree. He was trembling with fear. He was very fearful.
Hello? Please don't hurt me. I'm a very good lion and I'm very scared. I have no self-confidence at all.
Dorothy was very sad to see the lion like this. They took him with them to see the Wizard of Oz. I hope you'll be able to find what you're looking for there as well, Mr. Lion. A few hours later, they reached the city and asked for directions to the palace of the Wizard of Oz. Once they walked past the city gates, they realized that they had arrived somewhere incredibly beautiful. The city was surrounded with bright lights and wonderful flowers. Birds happily chirping could be heard everywhere. Together, they approached the guards of the palace. We've come to see the Wizard of Oz. Can you please let him know? Suddenly, the doors of the palace opened, and with the guards they appeared before the wizard. The Wizard of Oz was a lovely old man sitting on a magnificent throne in a very fancy outfit.
Why do you want to see me?
Dorothy explained everything that had happened. The old wizard was a kind-hearted man. He was very sad for the little girl.
Actually, I can grant all of your wishes. However, the wicked witch of the west holds a wand. This wand is magical and incredibly powerful. It breaks all the spells that I cast. First, you must get this wand back.
You should have sent your soldiers. Maybe you could have gotten it back.
She knows my soldiers very well. She sends them back from halfway when she sees them approaching.
Since she doesn't know us, we should try our luck and maybe we will succeed.
You are very brave, Dorothy. There's nothing else I can do other than wish you luck. I'll await your good news.
That night, the Wizard of Oz invited them to stay as his guests in the palace. The next morning, the four friends set off together. As they approached the castle, the Wicked Witch of the West was shocked at what she saw.
Who are they? A scarecrow, a tin man, and a lion king, and a very beautiful girl.
Because she didn't know who they were and why they were coming to her castle, she sent 4 of her witch soldiers to capture them immediately.
Soldiers, arrest those who are approaching and lock them in the dungeon at once. Let's see why they are visiting me.
The 4 witches flew down, captured the 4 friends, and locked them in the dungeon.
No! What are they going to do to us? They're going to cut us and eat us for sure. Mummy!
Why have they locked up us here?
Frightened, they waited as the Wicked Witch of the West approached them.
Are you Dorothy? You will come with me to the tower. You'll explain to me what it is you want.
The witch held on tightly to her magical wand. Suddenly, she noticed Dorothy's shoes. These were the shoes that she had always wanted, but had accidentally dropped while being blown away by the tornado. She needed to take these shoes from Dorothy one way or another. With the shoes, her magical powers would grow stronger. When they reached the top of the tower, they started to talk.
Tell me, Dorothy, that's your name, isn't it? Why have you come to my castle?
I want to return to my home in Kansas. That's why I've come to you. They said only you could make this happen.
Of course, though I have one condition. You must give me those shoes.
No, I can't. I need them. Even though Dorothy did not know what the shoes were good for, she remembered what the fairy had said. This answer angered the Wicked Witch of the West, and she realized she would not be able to take the shoes just by talking.
So, you're not giving them to me, are you? I know how to take them. Come here, you!
They ran in circles through the tower as Dorothy was being chased. Since the shoes were magical, the witch couldn't catch Dorothy, not even using magic. The Wicked Witch of the West started to get dizzy from all the running around. Suddenly, she lost her balance and fell from the very top of the tower. When she fell to the ground, she turned into a huge black rock. Just before she fell, she dropped her magical wand. Dorothy took the wand immediately and headed to the dungeon to free her friends.
Dorothy, you're here at last. We were worried sick. Where's the witch?
Yes, where's the witch? They're not going to eat us, are they?
Forget the witch for now. We need to take this wand to the Wizard of Oz right away. In no time, they escaped from the castle and headed right to the palace of the wizard. As the Wizard of Oz held the magical wand in his hands, a smile formed on his face.
Finally, all evil has come to an end. This is because of you, Dorothy. Now, let's come to everyone's wishes.
With the magical wand, the wizard granted the Tin Man a heart. The Scarecrow a brain, and the Lion courage. Everyone was filled with joy. The lion kept on roaring away.
Now time for you, Dorothy. Come next to me. Listen to me well. When you tap the shoes that you're wearing on the ground 3 times, all of your wishes will come true. You can finally go home and be reunited with your family.
The friends, who realized that they would now be parting from one another, hugged each other.
Dorothy, because of you I have a brain and can't think. Look, if it weren't for you, I'd be stuck on that post in the field.
Yes, Dorothy. And now I have a heart. I love you.
And because of you, I am now a brave lion. Now let others be afraid of me.
I'm so glad to have met you all. You were great road companions. Thank you so much. Time to go. Come on, Coco. Are you ready to go back home? Dorothy took Coco in her arms and tapped her feet 3 times. She suddenly found herself at home. Uncle Henry and Auntie Em hugged her tightly. She told them everything that had taken place. But now she was home. She could play with Coco in the fields once again.